Hi, my name is Rachel Williams and I'm Chief Editor of Pool and Spa Professional. We're here at the PSP Deck Expo with Javier Payan. Thank you, Javier, for joining us.
Welcome. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Great. Well, I wanted to start off by commending you for the work that you've done on drowning prevention. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got into that?
Yeah, certainly. So I remember I was serving on the board of regional directors for IPSA, and I had my kids were real young, like 2, 3 years old at the time, and I remember the attitudes of our association when we would bring up things, topics about safety. The general sentiment was, well, we don't talk about safety because you could be held liable if there's a drowning or something like that. And I always thought that wasn't the right attitude. So I thought, well, how can you be in the pool business, especially having kids, and not be an advocate to the safe use of our end product? And so I was the Safety and Public Relations Chairman at the time, and I did a project where we did some pool safety videos and we released them out. But I think, just in short, I was able to change the minds of a lot of my peers, which was really kind of, believe it or not, it was an uphill battle. And this was, we're talking 2006, somewhere in that time frame, and because people just wanted to kind of put it aside, and I just was very driven, like, no, we're talking about this, we're gonna come out with programs. And I know that back during the time that the federal government passed the Virginia Graham Baker Pool Spa Safety Act, there was an article, I believe, in Pool Spa News magazine with Nancy Baker, and I contacted the magazine and said, hey, I want to be in contact with this person, because a lot of drowning prevention advocates they didn't like the pool industry because they thought everything was they were always at odds with each other. Like, the safety advocates on one extreme wanted safety fences around every single pool. The industry didn't want that, and so there was just a big rift between the two organizations. And so I reached out to Nancy Baker and said, hey, I know that a lot of people feel as though the pool industry isn't safety minded, but I'm here to tell you that here in our organization with IPSA, we're trying to make a difference, and we do care, and we're not the big bad wolf. And after that, I was able to get the association to support the National Drowning Prevention Alliance, which now we're still active with that group, and we still support them financially, and we still are involved with their events. But I think the biggest thing was getting people to change their minds, that it's okay, we can have a discussion as a community, and it's okay. And looking back now, I'm really proud of that, because and believe me, I'm not taking credit for the whole pool safety movement, but back in those days, it was very taboo to be discussing these topics.
Well, it's great that you took up that mantle. And for others in the industry who want to follow your footsteps, what are some things that they can be doing to promote pool safety?
So that's a really good question. I have a real simple answer. So what we do in our company, we send out an invoice to every customer, or a proposal, or things of that nature. You can go in your footers of your estimates and put, some safety resource like the National Drowning Prevention Alliance or IPSA.com or other safety links. And so we're always trying to promote that to our customers. The other thing that we do is in our service company, we make a valiant effort to get to every single one of our pools and write up a little, not necessarily a safety report, but an overview of the conditions. Like, are the main drains on? Are they outdated? Do you have a pump that's not safe, or a filter that's not safe? And we give our customers reports, so they have the opportunity to say, hey, you know what, I want to take care of this, amongst other maintenance things. But so it's always, it's not something that we just do once, we forget about it. We're always proactively trying to be ahead of the game and give our customers resources. And again, like through our website and our invoices, we always put safety links on that.
Great. Well, making those resources available is so great for your customer base. And I know that another way that you've been making those resources available is on your site. You have a blog where you talk about, common homeowner questions, whether that's, prices that they may not be aware of that are involved with owning a pool, or things like that. What made you decide to start that blog, and how do you use that as a way to connect with your desired clients?
So I was in a group called Visage. It's a peer group, and we were talking about blogs in this topic. And one of the common mistakes people make is they think that they know what their customers want. So we did this exercise with our group where everyone would write a question that they didn't know about to the other person's business. And there was, I think, 15 people in that peer group. And so I had all these questions I didn't even think about, like, hey, what does pool maintenance cost a year? And so then the idea was to take those ideas and write articles on them. And so we did that. So now I've got a whole other batch of topics on a whiteboard, because as I think about them, as people say, hey, this question keeps coming up, then we can write a blog on it. Now, when we do it, we don't do it to be like a sales pitch, because we're just trying to get good information out to people so they can help make decisions that work best for them.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your insider tips. And I know that we're still going to be following how to prevent drowning, because it's such an important issue in this industry.
It is. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.